Hello, and welcome to our presentation, The Funding Process, Where Do We Begin? A Loan Whisperer podcast production. We want to explore the question, what is the loan process and where do we begin? We're going to talk about the need, we're going to talk about the capacity to service debt, we're going to talk about structure, we're going to talk about some of the documents in the process, and we're going to walk through the process itself. Need, the use of funds. This is the most important question we should ask. It's where we begin. Real simple. What are you going to use the proceeds of the loan for? And most importantly, what is the financial benefit to the business of that use of funds? And what that helps us do is, if we understand the need and we understand the financial benefit, we can put you in the right structure. Capacity to service debt. Many times everybody's focused on getting the funds, getting the loan. I think early on we need to talk about debt service coverage. That's why we need to understand what's the financial benefit. How are you doing today from a cash flow standpoint, and how are you going to do once you get these proceeds from a cash flow standpoint? It's critical that we put you in a loan that you can service or make payments on. So that's the nature of DSC, you'll hear it referred to as, or debt service coverage. You know, this is, when we talk about structure, we're really talking about the art. It's a blend of art and finance. This is where we take a blend of the assets, which is the collateral, talk about the blending in the cash flow, which is to the capacity of the borrower, and then we talk about credit. These are the magic 3 C's to structure a funding solution. And it has to work for both the borrower and the lender. Remember, the loan is only the beginning, the repayment is the end of the solution. So this structuring of using assets, cash flow, and credit to put together the right funding solution, the right structure, is so very important to us. Documents. Almost every loan is going to have these documents. Some may say less documents, some may say more. The reality is the more information, usually the better we can do in structuring a deal. So I like to tell everybody, these are the 8 items that are real important to making sure you have a documented loan that can be structured well. So no matter what, we're going to need an application. We use a simple 1-page application in our own practice. At the bottom of that application, it does allow us to pull credit. Normally we don't like to pull credit right away, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, but it's a 1-page application, fairly simple to fill out. We do it in a writable PDF. And a personal financial statement, or you'll hear it referred to as a PFS. I look at it this way. This is basically the balance sheet. We'll need a credit report. I ask you to pull your credit in the very early stages. We'll have to pull it before we fund, but I ask you to pull it in the very early stages, because when you pull your credit, it doesn't ding your credit. And that way we can all know what specifically we're dealing with from a credit standpoint early on. We're going to want to look at a profit and loss statement, maybe this year to date, maybe last year. Going to want to see a balance sheet. Going to want to see at least 1 year's business tax returns. Sometimes we want to see 2 years business tax returns and 1 year personal. We're going to look at 6 months worth of bank statements. If you think about it, if your revenue is $1 million a month and your bank statements show you're depositing $500,000, we've just got to explain that differential. And then we're going to be looking for asset listing detail items, i.e., or for example, we might want an AR aging, an AP aging, an equipment listing. You can understand as we're going through due diligence and underwriting why those documents are so important. I like to have those documents on the front end because not only do they help with underwriting, they help with structure. The process. Step number 1, we must understand the need. What are we going to use the funds for, and what's the financial benefit of those funds? We've got to gather documents. We want to formulate a funding plan. then we want to engage. We want to both agree, hey, we want to fund you, you want to be funded by us. We're going to present to our internal and external investors. Going to come up with a term sheet or letter of intent. Final due diligence then happens. Then we have a closing. And some will say the most important part of the entire loan process is the repayment. So that's the process. To discuss your funding need or learn more about commercial and investment funding options, please contact Mike, the Loan Whisperer, at 844-249-3621, or you can email me at mjs@trevorcolecc.com. You can visit any of our websites, for example, www.trevorcolecc.com, www.trevorcolere.com, and www.bizdocconsulting.com. I look forward to talking to you soon, and I hope you have a chance to view some of the other videos on our YouTube channel for The Loan Whisperer. Thank you.